angry in this. Many people are angry in this country, in particular a lot of whites, because they say the Black Lives Matter movement has released a manifesto of the list of demands of what they want and what they believe. And in that list of demands of what they want, they list reparations, they list educational reform, healthcare reform. Those things to me are great things, and I think it's wonderful that they put something in writing to put before the world of what they really want and what's in the best interest of this nation in regards to black people. But why are they angry about reparations, Ms. Box? Why would whites have a problem with reparations going to black people when they paid them to the Japanese Americans who were put in internment camps during the war with Japan? They paid it to the Indian brothers and sisters who they gave casinos on their reservations. They even helped the Jewish people get it from Nazi Germany and what happened to them in the Holocaust. So if you helped everybody else, you got a problem with helping those you kept enslaved for over 300 and something years in this nation, black people?
Okay, so take it down a notch. So in 2008, Congress actually passed a resolution that apologized for slavery. Blanket apology. But race hustlers like in the Black Lives Matter movement, like Jesse, like Al, like ex-Barack Obama, the ultimate race hustler, they don't want things to change. They like the angst. They like things being ginned up. In the past 7.5 years, race relations have dramatically gotten worse in this country because of this leadership. And the bottom line is Black Lives Matter, DeRay McKeeson with his stay woke, looking like he's Jesus Christ being crucified. Give me a break. They are getting rich off the backs of leftists and off the backs of the black community.
Ms. Box, let me say this to you. We as black people don't need an apology in this nation. What we need is what was promised to us. They promised us after slavery 40 acres and a mule. We never got it.
That's actually not true.
No, we were promised that.
And you know,
hold on, one second.
After Lincoln pretty much destroyed that.
But we were promised that, and we never got it. So that promise went unfulfilled to this very day. You cannot do that for others in the form of reparations and ignore the sacrifice and the suffering that black people made in this nation to make America what it is and say that we don't deserve it. That is racism.
Okay, listen to me very carefully. After the Civil War, President Jackson was the one that basically poo-pooed everything.
And he was a damn slave owner.
And he was a Democrat.
And Jackson was a slave owner.
So I didn't talk over you, don't talk over me. What the Democrat Party has done is re-enslave the black community. All those things that Black Lives Matter are about, except reparations, which is absolute ridiculousness. It's not going to happen. Education, healthcare, housing, all these things.
Ms. Box,
these are all urban problems that are in the hands of Democrats.
Slavery never ended in America.
That is, okay.
It never ended. Let me say this. Physical bondage ended, but political slavery, financial slavery, educational slavery, healthcare slavery, all of that never ended to this day in America for black people.
When are race hustlers going to stop and say, okay, we're not in chains anymore. America welcomes us. This is a land of opportunity.
We will say that with the same day you all write that check to black people called reparations for what we deserve.
You mean
you wrote it to others, you sure as hell should write it to us.
All reparations is redistribution of wealth, another liberal scheme.
But you're only redistributing what you stole.
Okay.
So what's wrong with sharing and giving back for what you stole?
You know what? I want you to talk to black people who have successfully gotten out of the bondage, as you call it, and you call them slaves, Cornell.
A few select Negroes does not represent the suffering masses who are still there.
They're all Uncle Toms. No, Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. They continue to prove it.
And they've killed nobody. That's crazy as hell.
One of the things that I'm hoping for is with a Donald Trump presidency, we will finally evict all of these illegal aliens that are coming here and stealing jobs from Americans.
Well, sir, I believe that Donald Trump would be wise to speak with people of wisdom and counsel in this nation who understand the immigration problem. Do we have an immigration problem? Yes, we do. But how we go about fixing it is just as important as the problem itself. What Donald Trump is proposing, just shipping 11 million people back out of this country, I don't think that's going to work. In fact, I think it's impossible. I think it's nothing more than rhetoric to excite the emotions of people to help try to get him elected. But can that become the reality? I don't think it can. What they're doing over in Greece, sending them back to Turkey, Turkey is actually doing what Donald Trump says he will do. But if that takes place in America, I think it will create revolution and war.
Well, one of the problems you have is the number, 11 million. It's probably somewhere more like about 65 million. But once again, those people here are taking jobs away from Texans, from Americans, and it's really critically important that we do create a situation where the force of law is in operation. If you break into my house, should I just accept you because you washed my dishes and made my beds? I say no. I say you need to go back and come back in the right way.
So is that what the Indians should have told white Americans?
Absolutely. Ask Cochise if border control is
because
important.
the original illegal alien are European white folk in America.
Agreed.
And so should the Indians stand up today and say deport all white folks back to Europe?
Well, should we learn something from their mistake? Because we are here now.
Or should you learn something from their compassion to give other people an opportunity like was given to you and your ancestors? Learn from their compassion. That's what you should learn from.
I say learn from their mistakes. Ask Geronimo if taking care of your borders is important. We need to do that now.
And I agree with Cochise, Geronimo, and Sitting Bull. Letting in the white man was the worst mistake that the Indians ever could have made. I agree with you. That was one of the greatest mistakes. Even right there in South Africa, they got a similar problem.
Okay, so 18-year-old kid charged with murder in the murder of a convenience store clerk, Northwest Side, very popular guy. And I got to tell you something, and I know what you're going to say. I see that as Hispanic named, and I say to myself, I wonder if he's here illegally. And the media doesn't tell me. Look, I think we should start identifying every person charged with a serious crime who is here illegally. And I don't know if he is or not. But that was my thought this morning, because you know how I feel about this. A third of our jail is full of illegal immigrants. A big part of the Texas prison system is illegal immigrants. We need to educate people on just how many serious crimes are being committed by illegal immigrants. And whether he is or not, we should know every single time going forward.
I believe the young man is charged with capital murder, which rightfully so he should be charged with if he truly is the murderer and killer of this beloved store clerk. And we should pray for the store clerk's family, because many store clerks, we don't know what they go through working behind those counters, dealing with all types of things in different areas of this city and putting their lives on the line just to sell a small product and make a measly minimum wage to just survive and pay their bills. But to the bigger issue, you sit there and brought up because he's Hispanic, if he's an illegal immigrant or not.
Yeah, I did.
First of all, are we now going to ask when we see white folks commit crimes, are they illegal immigrants?
Sure.
When we see Asians commit crimes,
I'm cool with
are
that.
they illegal immigrants?
I'm cool with that.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're lying.
No, I'm cool with that too. The odds are they're not, but I'm cool with it.
You got a problem with brown people.
No, please.
And you want to racially profile brown people to see because he's Hispanic, check his immigration status. That's racist as hell. If we gonna check somebody's racial background for committing crimes, the biggest mass murderers in America are white men. So what's the racial preference that we gonna check with them when they commit crimes?
Okay, so
that's
look,
racist as hell.
So look, I'm okay too if the Finnish people who commit or accused of murder in Houston, if we get to find out if they're here illegally from Finland too. I'm cool with that. The reality is, and people try to ignore it, the reality is right now in Tijuana, where the mayor called the invasion that was so offensive to everyone a horde of people full of criminals trying to get across the border. We have got to admit in this country that in the group of people that are very nice, great people, there are lots of turds coming in. And we have a fundamental right to weed them out. We also have to rely on the media to tell us the truth about how many of these crimes are being committed.
First of all, we don't know that a lot of these people with the quote-unquote caravan are criminals. Show me some data, show me some facts where you can prove majority of them are criminals or a lot of criminals. Secondly, you call them turds. See, your president used that same terminology about whole nations and immigration coming into America. See, you just like that racist sitting in Washington, D.C., and you ain't fooling nobody, dude. We know what you are, and there's many, many people who look like him, who think like him in this nation.
Happy Thanksgiving.
The hell with that. Them folks ain't sitting on no damn dinner table and give up their whole country. It was Happy Thanksgiving. They took it, they didn't give it.
What's up, my people? Today I'm gonna say this. Every time a black American speak facts, Some white folks get mad. Oh my god, it's an unbelievable story. Not confused, not asking question, and mad. What shocked me the most is this, guys. One man calmly shut down them, and single time, no hearing, no insult, just a draft. And guys, let's dive in. I will be right back with more commentary.
They'll rewrite the law and change it.
And guess what? Let me take
You talk about your economy, but we don't need your economy. We need everything else. You got to put power in for shit.
I'm that brother. I'm that brother that was hanging on. And I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I'm different, okay? I'm not the one you play with. I'm not playing. I'm talking about. I got him. No. I got him. You talking about me. I don't do all that. But I will shut you down. I'm that one. Trust me. I am that one. I will shut you down. I know why you're upset. How you think I know your daughter's name?
She works.
I know why you're upset.
No, you don't.
I know why you're
you don't.
upset.
You're supposed to.
I know why you're upset. You got a right to be angry.
No, I would be too if I was you.
That's both me. 'Cause I'm that one. I don't do this. I'll get with you.
Yeah.
I sure will.
That's good. I'll get with you too. You don't think so?
You wouldn't even stand it, buddy. You
What's your name, sir? You come on in the sheriff, dude.
Trust
At
me.
least you can stand outside by
You
the
might
people.
want me up. I'll break your ass.
I already did. I know
Thank
about
you.
it.
So you don't want to play with me.
Y'all play. Y'all play. You're a tough one, huh? What about your
I'm
sheriff?
upset about your daughter.
Why you sheriff ain't got the power? Why you gonna say y'all good up boys, right?
You the one supposed to know.
Y'all the good up boys, right? He what?
Yeah.
He what?
Y'all know why you upset?
What?
You want to know why you upset? What happened?
Why you upset, dude? Conspiracy.
Let me tell everybody right now. His daughter's the one of the ones supposed to be messing with Alpha.
Let me tell everybody right now. Fuck you.
Hold on.
Fuck you.
Hold on.
You
You know what happened.
Tell everybody right now.
You know what happened.
Y'all know
Your daughter said you know what happened.
You know why you upset?
Your daughter said you know what happened.
No.
I got your post. You want me to go get it? I got so your daughter didn't say that you know what happened.
No.
Your daughter didn't say that.
We have your own daughter's words. Yeah, whatever. We have Ashley's words.
Ashley Enter.
We have Ashley's words. We know why you upset. Because your daughter like black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's why you upset. It's eating you up, ain't it? It's eating you up, ain't it? That she likes a black man. That's what you're upset about. That's why we know your daughter's name. That's why you're hurt. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. I know it hurts.
Ben, does any of my
I know it hurts.
any of my family like
I
black?
know it hurts.
Got him! Got him!
Hurts.
Right.
Ashley does. Ashley does.
Take something, motherfucker.
Now, let me tell you something, Peckerwood. Let me tell you something. I will whoop your ass, punk.
And we know.
One.
And we
I'm
know.
that one. Trust
And
me.
we know. And we know.
I don't put your
I'm
family.
that one. I'm that one.
And we know. And we know. If someone get caught at your house, they'll be thrown out the next morning.
I don't need no help. I don't need no help. I don't need no help. I will break you, partner. Your daughter like black me. Bottom line. That's why you upset.
See, that's why the investigation would have been done. All this stuff that came out.
Because your daughter like black men.
That ain't no rumor. That's from your daughter. Your daughter sent that to Alpha's wife. Your daughter sent that post to your Alpha's wife.
That's what you're upset about.
Full of
And
shit.
you didn't try to tell the FBI would record.
That's what you upset about.
I asked him, and he said he knew what
What
happened.
you upset about?
I ain't upset.
Tell her we
And he
said
got a
hi.
post.
Tell her we said hi.
My family out of your name.
Hey,
That man
she
can say
told
what he
us.
want to say.
She told us.
That man can say what he want
It's on the internet now.
That man can say what he want to say. That's what you mad about.
No criminalization.
That's right.
No justice. No justice.
No justice, no peace. You right.
No justice.
Brother, a lot of our people would be shocked to know who the real enemies are among us as a people. They often call them gatekeepers. But gatekeepers are only effective if you're going to that gate to eat. Gatekeepers have never controlled Quanell X. They never made me not do something or do something. And those gatekeepers look like us. But unless you're going to that gate to eat, then they have tremendous influence over you. And most of the gatekeepers are bought and paid for by the very enemies black people been fighting to get free.
Anyways, guys, remember that when I saw these clips, we see white people getting angry after black Americans speak on history, rights, and facts. Not option, not opinion, not fact, and instead of listening, they get loud. They interrupt, they try to change the topic, but this one man, he doesn't back down exactly. He doesn't panic. He just sits down, and every time, guys, first of all, let's be clear and let's be honest. The angel didn't come from lies. It came from love. You can see it on their faces exactly. And they weren't ready to hear that black Americans are not immigrants. They were not ready to hear about laws, about history, and about lights. Exactly. This is a very clear episode, guys. And guys, remember, when the man speaks, he stays calm. He used simple words. And that makes them even more upset. Because when you are calm and right, there is nothing they can attack. Exactly. So, here is the real issue, guys. Some people are used to black Americans being quiet, agreeing, and explaining poetry. But when black Americans stand firm, and when they say, no, that's wrong, that's when the angel shows. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Not because they don't understand, but because they do understand and don't like it. Oh my goodness, it's very crazy. It's very hard to hear, guys. And so, guys, let's talk about this man. He doesn't chat anymore. He doesn't raise his voice. He just says, that's not true. Here it is the law. Here it is the history. And every time he speaks, the room gets quiet. Exactly. Because facts don't need volume. Oh my goodness. Facts don't need emotions. Facts stand on their own. What I respect the most is this. Black Americans are not apologizing anymore. Not for knowing history, not for knowing the laws. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Not for standing their ground. Oh my goodness. And you can tell that confidence is shaking people exactly. So, guys, let me say this clearly. Being calm doesn't mean being weak. Exactly. Knowing facts doesn't mean being rude. Exactly. And standing firm doesn't mean being angry. Guys, did you catch all the stamps? Did you catch the point very clear? And the real angel comes from people who don't want the truth. Say it loud, shout out, and to everyone who stays calm. Oh my goodness. Speak facts and refuse to be moved. Truth doesn't need permission. And guys, thanks for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye.